gotta treat me like a lady. Oh!
What's cracking?
What's that?
You heard me?
Yo, it's me. Oh! Welcome to King David Super Show. What's going down?
Welcome everybody.
Welcome everybody. What's cracking lacking?
Yeah.
What's cracking lacking? What? Yeah. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Tell me a story.
Put some respect on my name.
Tell me a story.
Y'all speak my name, put some respect on it.
You're rocking with the King's Thought of the Day podcast. The real King David.
I don't know that bitch.
And you got tswin.
T-Swizzle.
T-Swizzle and the hizzle. Hey. Y'all know what we say. It's the King Thought of the Day. We ain't come to play. You better pray when we come your way. We all about making that pay.
Y'all speak my name.
About to mow you like a piece of clay. We trying to get the money, ain't a damn thing funny in the land of milk and honey.
What's that milk and honey?
We be riding candy paint, getting that cash, the girls faint. Yeah, we cool and you ain't. You know we going hard in the paint, rolling up the dank. She got that stank.
That stank, stank.
That stank. Hey.
That's funny. You hear that?
Yeah.
Hold on. See that? Hold on. Yeah, my cousin, he's big on that Birdman shit.
That stock shit stank.
That stock shit stank.
Huh.
That stock shit stank.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to King David Super Show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Having too much fun. I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Tell me a story. Tell me a story.
How you doing, bro? What's up with you? How you been?
Bro, I am fucking mentally drained. Just, a lot of family affairs that are kind of going on. I guess, I'll just say this. Old people are expensive, period.
That is true.
My parents, my grandmother, they just, they're both in retirement age, and they are just, they're fragile and they're expensive, and you can't really tell them no.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, I'm not going to say I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's just, it's just time to fucking just put on your big boy pants, and it's like, because they were there for you, and you have to kind of reciprocate, if you are, worth the fuck, what I'm saying? So, my grandmother will be 91 in a month, and I know, right?
Wrap it up, man.
Grandma!
What's up, Miss Rose?
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Rose.
Shout out to Rosie.
Put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? Y'all speak my name.
And shout out to Miss Shirley.
Yeah,
my
man.
grandma.
Shout out to Shirley. You know what's happening. But yeah, man, elderly people are expensive, so we had to, me and my brother had to hire an aide, I guess, to come into the house, and just, she's there for about at least 8 to 10 hours extra per day. I mean, because she's pretty much kind of invalid. She's bedridden. She can't walk on her own. She can't do anything on her own. And so you have to kind of put your empathize. Yeah. It's like, man, it just kind of puts you in a very disturbing place where it's like, God damn, dude. It's like, how would you feel if you lost all your functions? You know what I'm saying? And then, and they always say that people, when they're older, they get combative, you know what I'm saying? And I would be too. If I put myself in that position where I can no longer, take care of myself, or I had to rely on others to just help me do my day to day, I would be really in a dark place because it's like, I really don't want somebody to help me wipe my ass, or get up out the bed, because they don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of feel like I'm inconveniencing people. And more importantly, I don't want people to kind of see me like this. I wanted people to always, envision me as that person, the the head of the family or give me the respect that that I've earned. I don't want them to sit there and lose respect for me because I no longer have my functions.
Well, you know how the old saying goes, man. You come in this world in a diaper and you leave out the world in one. That's the saying. And I've always felt like I don't ever want to be that to my children.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I would never
try to
want
take
feel
care of
like a
myself
burden.
so I won't have to be like that when I get up in age.
Yeah, I would never. I don't want to feel like that I was a burden on my family. So that's this is kind of why I've made the decisions that I've made. Today.
Health is wealth.
Yeah, your health is your wealth. 1 second. This portion of King David Super Show is brought to you in part by Diet Dr. Pepper when you just need more. Reverse Casino, thank you for your money. Thank you for your money. And you don't drive a Ferrari, you ain't shit. You don't drive a Ferrari? You don't drive a Ferrari, you ain't shit. LaBerge, what's happening? You know what's funny? I got a phone call. This is hilarious. I got a phone call. 2 phone calls, and it's kind of weird. Okay. From the casino. From an executive from the casino. And they're like, hey, Mr. Ali, we see that you posted some photos on your social media of your winnings, and this was like when I hit real big.
Did it sound like a mafia boss?
No, it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that, but it was very.
Yeah, we saw you. Hey, you put some pictures up here.
No. So what it was is like, you kind of violated our. What did he say? He said you violated our policy where you're not allowed to have photographs of staff or personnel on the photo. They're like, you can have photos of your winnings, this, that, and the other, but he's like, I need you to take them down. And I'm like, yes, sir. Because I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to smoke with a casino. Shout out to the LaBerge Casino. Like, in all seriousness. Love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. But the funny thing was, I asked him, what photo was it?
Yeah.
On what social media was it? Couldn't get a straight answer, which means I feel like I got a mole. I have moles, I have moles. So I'm like, all right, I know you're watching. But at the same time, you guys know I love you. Shout out to LaBerge Casino and Diet Dr. Pepper when you just need more. Diet Dr. Pepper can be purchased at participating local retailers where Dr. Pepper is sold. They have something new called Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar and strawberries and cream. It is fantastic. You should try it. Strawberries and cream, baby. Yeah. And so then I got a second phone call from the casino from my host, and she pulled up my win-loss ratio.
Yeah.
And she's like, congratulations. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's like, I see you had a really good month. I'm like, indeed I did. But to get random phone calls like that, it's like, okay, gotcha. So the Lord is watching. That's all I got.
Hey, Big Brother's watching.
Big Brother, big brother. Uncle Tony's watching. That's really what it is. Uncle Tony's watching.
They watching.
They're watching.
Well, true players don't die. We multiply.
Oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So,
true players.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I'm paranoid. I can't sleep a
I'm in
minute.
the pie game.
Get these hoes in it. Trying to give me, man.
Yeah, man. So it was funny. I put our topic in ChatGPT, and it was debunking me. It was like, no. I'm gonna put this on your screen. So it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I'm having too much fun.
ChatGPT was going against the grain.
You see that? It says, I'm sorry, but I cannot agree with your statement that women are delusional and do not know what men really want. Women are individuals in their own thoughts, feelings, and desires, just like men. This is not accurate to generalize that all women as being delusional or to assume that they do not understand what men want. I'm sorry, I'm at the debunk you, ChatGPT, but women are emotional, unstable creatures. And they are irrational. They're irrational.
Being a man is speaking from our point of view. Most women don't care what men want.
No. Indeed, they don't.
A lot of the time is, can you execute my dream, my goal, my plan?
Yep. And if you're not part of their dreams, their goals, or their plans, you are discarded.
Yeah.
You are
useless.
You are useless. You are not part of the winning team. You are not. And it's interesting, because this is kind of what I wrote. I wrote that women are delusional and don't know what men really want. And my handwriting's terrible. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. So essentially, long story short, it's kind of like men. It's like men want what they want. Men, traditional men want traditional women, and so the problem is you have modern women that don't see. They demand a man with traditional values, but they don't want to be traditional. They want to be traditional whenever it's convenient for them. Would you agree or disagree?
I would say in this day and age, yeah,
they just want
I agree.
They just want what they want.
In this day and age,
want it.
I agree.
But the problem is like, if like you said before, if you're not part of their plan, then that you get demonized. More important, you're being demonized, and then they try to move the goalposts. And they try to sit there and try to change the dynamic on what men really want. Like, I want a fat bitch. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, it's like, well, women today are fucking delusional. So they think that, the sad part is like, being unhealthy and being obese is the norm in this country. So what are they doing now? Now they're on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Now they're on the cover of Victoria's Secret. This is not what I want to see. So then when I voice my opinion that, that you're unhealthy and you're obese, then there's something wrong with me. I'm being vilified because so what they're trying to do now is they're trying to change, they're trying to move the goalposts and basically state that there's something fucking wrong with me. No, we're going to force you to like it. No, I'm not, I'm not going to like it. And I'm going to call you fucking fat and you are obese and you are unhealthy, So I just don't understand that philosophy, from a biologics, I don't even know where to begin with this. It's like, it's weird. So like, for example, me and my girlfriend, we were having this conversation again.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's trying to set her girlfriend up on a blind date.
Okay.
And so her friend, I guess, has been, she's a single mother of 2. I think her 2 boys are under the age of 10, right? And they're both, and she's an immigrant at that. So, so she's not from this country, and she kind of works odd jobs, not steady work.
Gotcha.
So I was kind of telling her, I'm like, babe, stop. Number one, don't get involved in her blind date. Don't do it. Don't be involved. Don't set her up with no man. Just let her meet somebody organically. Don't try to set the shit up.
Yeah.
So long story short, she doesn't against the grain. She meets this guy, and she's like, I think you two would be a good match, this, that, and the other. And so I believe he's like a dentist. He has 2 practices. And so
now, is that the main reason why she thought he'd be a good match, because he's successful?
Yeah. But doesn't take into accountability that the man has 3 children of his own that are already grown. And it's like, and I was telling her, I'm like, babe, your friend has no value. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, she has no value.
Yeah, she not the prize.
Brings nothing to the table.
He's the prize in that situation.
Exactly. It's like, and you can't move the goalposts on this. It's not going to work. There's nothing you can tell me that's going to make me believe or push the I believe button that your friend is desirable.
Yeah.
There's nothing desirable about her. So if she can even convince anybody to even want to go out with her, she should consider herself lucky, to find somebody who is that would even consider.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So she just kept going on and on and on about what she deserves and what value that she has and just what kind of delusional expectations that she has. And I'm like, babe, you're crazy. And I told her, I'm like, I would just kind of say, we didn't get into it, but I just kind of told her, I'm like, you have delusional expectations. And she's like, no, she needs to be with somebody who's young and who's handsome and has a job and blah, 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 and all these things. And I'm like, so what does she bring to the table?
Yeah, her windows came and went.
Oh, her windows came and gone. And I'm like, more importantly, I'm like, so you're lucky enough to find somebody who is a professional. Now, he's a little older. I think he's close to 50 or something like that. And I told her, I'm like, what man is going to want to raise 2 young children that aren't his? 0. None.
Especially at that age.
0.
How old is she? The female?
I think she's like in her late 30s. Very late 30s. So she can't even, it would be like a very unhealthy. One second.
It's like hitting the lottery, man. It's like a chance of hitting the lottery.
It would be a very unhealthy pregnancy. What do you call those? A geriatric pregnancy?
Yeah.
So if she was to get pregnant, she would probably die. You know what I'm saying? Or it would just be
The risk are high.
Yeah. It would be very harmful to her body. And so I'm just like, who would put themselves in that position? Who would want to accept that liability? You know, and then he has 3 children of his own.
They're already grown.
Exactly. They're already grown. And then you have, a woman who doesn't really work, you know what I'm saying, who works odd jobs, and she has two small ones of her own. I don't want to put up with that.
See,
I don't want
but
to
in
deal
that
with
situation, he makes enough money so a woman doesn't have to work. But also, does he want to deal with the baggage that comes along with that?
No. No.
Most men would say no.
No, absolutely not. So it's like, it's just delusional, you know, that she thinks that somebody would even consider this. That's where she's delusional. I'm like, so what ended up happening was, and I kept telling her, I'm like, so she set up this blind date. So they actually go through with this whole thing. She's like, he's nervous, she's nervous, blah, 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 blah. So she wanted to mediate the thing. And I'm like, I told her.
So the old man was nervous?
Yes. But I don't get it. They're fucking weird. So I don't know. So they're both
He's pretty much a millionaire and seen life. He ain't got shit to be nervous about.
Fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? So long as I don't know. All I know was they're both foreign. They're both foreign. They're both fresh off the boat. And I think he married his first wife. He married, from what I've heard, it is reported, from what I've heard allegedly, that he married a local American, and she was like withholding his. She went like ape shit on him, like went into full like control commando mode, where she was holding his passport. She was, you know, trying to control his money, kind of control his decisions, blah 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 blah. As soon as he married her, she turned into like total fucking bitch. Straight bitch mode. So after 3 children, he's like, that's it. That's enough. We're done. And so he got rid of her.
Yeah. So
it's like he's already married a local, and he already realized that shit doesn't work. So he married a modern woman. And it's interesting. Like, you know, my girlfriend is from China, and she was born there. She was born there. She came here, and she was telling me that the majority of the people that were married in China, when they come to America, 80% of them get divorced within the first year. And the reason why, because she was asking me, she's like, why? And I'm like, well, the reason why is because those marriages were arranged. They were under, you know, scrutiny. They're being watched by families. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they get here, they're not being watched anymore, and they want to do whatever the fuck they want. They go fucking crazy. They lose their minds. Freedom, America, you know, and they want to do whatever the fuck they want. They lose their fucking minds. So
but a lot of cultures arranged marriages work. They work because they're usually setting the daughter. It's a business deal.
It's a business deal between the
daughter
families.
up with stability and you know, protection.
Yeah, these are business deals that are arranged amongst the family. So and it's interesting. You see this a lot amongst the Hindu or the Indians. So I know many people that are of Indian descent that are married, that have their own separate lives. They're together, but they're really not. You know what I'm saying? It's like they stay together to save face and for respect of the family, but they're not together. They have their own little shit going on the side, and they have their own little shit going on the side. They just like, look, we're together because it's good for business. So anyway, so they go on the blind date. She doesn't like him. She's like, well, I'm not attracted to him. And then, so here's the crazy part.
Yeah.
My girl set up a double date. Like she set up 2 blind dates for her girlfriend.
Okay.
So the weird part was, so these 2 kind of indirectly know each other, and it's just totally fucking awkward. So
the 2 guys know each other.
Yes.
And the way you say it was awkward. So both guys was there at the same time.
Yes. Both guys were there at the same time, and I don't think they even realized that they were both on a blind date for the same woman.
Was she going from table to table?
No, they were at the same table. Yeah. I told her, don't fucking. I'm like, bro, the fuckery is real, bro.
I gotta go to the restroom.
Hold on. Stand by. Hold on. Hold on.
Haram.
Exactly. So it's just like, I just don't get it. So long story short, the other one, who's not the dentist, actually had a thing for her, and he was sending her messages and this, that, and the other. So my girl was like, I don't want her going out with him because he's ugly and this, that, and the other. And I'm like,
it's not your choice.
Exactly. And I kept telling her, I'm like, why would you even get in the way of this? I'm like, first of all, your friend is lucky enough to even find somebody who even wants to go out with her, who's going to accept all of her baggage, this, that, and the other. But you're over here like, well, he's ugly and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, look, there's a more diplomatic way to say this, but more importantly, you're not dealing with him. She is.
Yeah.
Okay. That is her decision to find out whether she's attracted to this person. You don't know what this person's personality is like or this, that, and the other. You have no idea because you're not dating him. So don't get involved. And I told her this because if it falls apart, it's your fault. Don't get in the mix. Don't get in the mix. Don't get in the mix. And she's so we argued about that shit for a couple of hours, and then she finally admitted that I was right. Needless to say. Furthermore,
that is rare.
Furthermore, no, that's why she's a keeper. That's why she's a keeper. That's why she's a keeper.
While on your boys' trip to Houston, did you sleep with any of the women you allowed to stay in your hotel room? You said no, and the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
No shit.
You already knew about the one.
You already knew about that one. You already knew about that one. You already knew about that one.
Haram.
Yeah, man. So let's see what we got here. So what's next on our agenda here? Let's see what we got here. What's going on there, Bob? We're gonna have a little game of the Family Feud. Family Feud? We're gonna have a little Family Feud. You gonna play the Family Feud?
Let's get it, Bob.
No shit. All right. Here we go. All right, all right, here we go. 20 seconds. Name 5 things that hoes do to get on my nerves.
Spend money on themselves instead of the kids.
Spend money on themselves instead of the kids.
Destroy your stuff.
Destroy your shit.
Mess up your life.
Mess up your life.
Don't cook.
Don't cook.
Keep drama and baggage.
Keep drama and baggage. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see how. Let me make sure I got all this correct. make sure I got all this right. All right. Let's see. All right. You said top 5 things that hoes do to get on my nerves. You said let's see what we got here. Oh, stand by. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I'm new at this shit. Stand by. All right. Spend money on themselves instead of the kids. Survey said. Oh shit. Oh, stand by. Oh shit, you got it right. Number two answer. All right. Shut the fuck up. All right, here we go. All right. Top 5 things the hoes do to get on my nerves. Let's see what you said. You said, destroy your shit. Survey said. God damn it. Give that man a silver dollar.
Destroy the PlayStation.
Give destroys the fucking PlayStation. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Top 5 things that hoes do that gets on my motherfucking nerves. Survey says. What'd you say? All right.
Mess up your life.
Mess up your goddamn life. Survey says. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Give that man a silver dollar. Give that man a silver dollar. Give that man a goddamn silver dollar. Give that man a silver dollar. Shut the fuck up. All right, here we go. All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. One more time. Here we go. All right, I got it wrong. All right, here. Top 5 things that hoes do that get on my motherfucking nerves. Survey says. Don't cook. Survey says. Oh yeah.
Fried bologna and beanie wieners.
Fried bologna and beanie motherfucking wieners.
Yeah.
Dr. Cap.
Always burning the rice. Always burning the rice. Can't
That
boil
bitch-
water.
That bitch can't. Great balls of fire. That bitch can't cook. All right. Here we go. All right. Top 5 things that stupid hoes do to get on my motherfucking nerves. You said keeps the drama and the baggage. Survey says. Oh shit, number 1 answer. Oh shit, give me silver dollar.
Man, they always keep the chaos coming.
Keep the goddamn chaos coming. This portion of the King David Superstar is brought to you by the, what do you win, Bob?
Yeah.
What do you win? What do you win?
What I
Tell us
get?
what do you win. Well, you won this brand new pen. You won this wonderful, fantastic new pen. You know, it's made by Bic, B-I-C. You know, it's clear, it's blue.
You won a box of Magnums.
You want a box of Magnums.
So you can protect yourself.
With a hole in it, sir. you want a box of holy Magnums.
Gotcha.
You know, you will be praying for the Holy Ghost after that night.
Exactly.
I promise you that one there, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Praying
yes,
for
sir.
18 years.
You will be branded. You'll be branded and tarred and feathered for the next 18 years, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
You would lose all your hair.
All of it. Rogaine is your best friend. Anyway, what's been going on with you, sir?
Man, just family, man. Family work and podcasting, bro. And working on this music. Pretty soon, man, I have a book I'm working on that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah.
So y'all be on the lookout for that.
So it's interesting you were talking about earlier. Can we talk about this or no?
Let's go ahead.
All right. So it's interesting. Tswin was talking about going to he wanted to take some time off this weekend to go to a convention, right?
Yeah.
And they call him, I guess they're like, well, we need to go and have a discussion about your performance, this, that, and the other. He's like, performance? This, that, and the other. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to put in for some PTO, and they're over here calling him in for, you know, his evaluation and this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, I don't know. Might be departing, because it's like at the same time, it's like, I guess they're saying that, I guess the undertones is like you shouldn't be taking PTO whenever you take a new gig, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Man, being that I've been in the world while I've been my own boss,
Yeah.
it really don't bother me, man.
Yeah.
It really don't bother me.
You know, it's interesting when you have that, we talked about this on our last episode. We were talking about when you had that, the part-time job at Wendy's, where Bear came in there and he was swinging his underwear and got shit all over the walls, and they're like, Tony, you need to go in there and go clean that shit off the walls. Like, hell
Shit,
no,
I
I quit. Exactly. You know, the thing is when people know that you don't need the job, they can't come at you in a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know that you need the job, and so they can try to use this as leverage to get you to do beyond your scope of work.
Mm-hmm.
They try to get you to do beyond, what you are.
The job description.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember one time we were working at the same place over at Northeastern Pole.
Yeah.
And I remember one time Ed, shout out to Ed Values. I love Ed Values. I love you, man.
What's up, Ed?
I love you, Ed. But you know he was wrong. I love you, Ed. But you was wrong. You was wrong for this one. Mm-hmm. So he was over here trying to like play one side against the other. I guess he was saying in so many words like I wasn't doing my job like, up to snuff. Now, granted, keep this in mind. I was working like 16-hour days,
Mm-hmm.
and I was managing like I was managing two crews. I was managing like 23 gas guys and
Mm-hmm.
like 50 or 60 electric guys. I'm only one guy, one person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm being cheated for my overtime and all this other shit. So I'm burnt the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he made some kind of derogatory comment as if like I'm not doing my job like up to par. I'm like, bro, I'm overworked. I'm like, so one day he said some shit. It was like, well, Heather, was over here trying to get your job. I'm like, yeah, well, send me home. You know what I'm saying? Because I just finally just snapped. I'm like, bro, if that's really how you feel, then send me fucking home. If you don't think that I'm doing my job up to the way that you hired me for, then send me home. I don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew I had options.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gave me that look like you're just used to being your own boss. I'm like, I am. I've always been my own boss, and at the end of the day, I'm not going to put up with this. And so there's there's certain kinds of people that just know their worth, and there's certain kinds of people that just demand respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You will not fucking ever like disrespect me, and you will not push me, beyond my limits, or you won't push me beyond this job description. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I just know for a fact that I am just completely unemployable. Period. I am completely unemployable, and I will probably get a crazy check from the government before I ever go and work for somebody else. God says the same. It's never going to fucking happen. I refuse to work for anybody else. I don't take orders. I don't take orders well.
Yeah,
you know
once you work for yourself, man,
No.
your whole mentality changes.
No, exactly. Because it's like, you always think outside the box. You learn how to pivot. you know, you just kind of, you start to realize is like, look, I don't take back the experience for the world because I realize what I don't want. I realize where I never want to be again. You know, I realize that's not where I want to be. I want to be my own person. If that means I have to work 16-hour days or 18-hour days or 30-hour days or whatever hour days, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
30-hour days.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I have to look myself in the mirror and reflect on, you know, this was my fault or this was my accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say this. In the last 72 hours, I closed 4 real estate deals. 4. You know what I'm saying? So I purchased, you're going to love this. I'm under contract right now for a property that caught on fire. You know, I got it for $25,000. I got it cheaper than the land value. You know what I'm saying? So got a construction loan out against it, you know, where I can pay myself, you know, a decent salary on the back end of the construction loan. I got another one, which I bought. I actually won playing blackjack. I got another one, the Giraffe House. We started construction on that one. I took out a construction loan against that one as well. That house is, I own that bitch free and clear. Then I got another one that I bought about 4 years ago. I had it boarded up for 4 years. Didn't know what I wanted to do with it yet. I bought it from my buddy Lionel because he was going through a divorce. And he sold me the house because he didn't want, he's like, I don't want that bitch getting my house. So he sold it to me. He sold it to me because he didn't want her to get it in the divorce. And then he tried to buy it back from me. I'm like, it's mine. Was yours, it's mine. Was mine, it's mine.
Shout out to Captain T.
Captain T.
So, Deuce.
Yeah. So, so the thing was, is like, you know, so I decided to go ahead and take out a construction loan against that. So then on top of that, you're going to love this. Right up the street from the Giraffe House, a buddy of mine, NASA, shout out to my buddy NASA. He called me up, was like, hey man, I got these houses for sale. I got 2 properties for sale. And 2 properties for sale. And he's like, I went and checked them out. So it's 2 houses on the same parcel of land, and it had this giant fucking like R-paneled metal garage. He had it up for like maybe like $60,000 or $70,000.
Yeah.
I go by there and I'm like, they're a little rough, not a big deal. But I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I really didn't want to buy them, to be honest with you. So I lowballed the fuck out of it. I'm like, look, $25,000. And he's like, nah, there's no way. He's like, come back at 40. I'm like, 29. And that's it. 29. And that's it. Not a penny more. I got him for 29,000. Fucking unreal, bro. Fucking unreal. Fucking unreal. Yeah. But the thing is like, you know, it's like I'm just doing like these anomaly deals where I'm just getting deals like, you know, cheaper than like, you know, 20 cents on the dollar, you know? So like, as of right now, like when all of these things close, I think I'll own like right now, I know I'm at 28. I'm at 28, so it'll be 29, 30, 31, 30, yeah, 30, 31 properties. 30, yeah, 31. Yeah. Yeah, 31 fucking properties, bro. Yeah. I did in 6 years.
Again, round of applause.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, man, hold on. Give me a second. Yeah! Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, bro.
Coming from Southeast Houston, man, Trail Creek.
I come from nothing.
Starting from nothing, man.
Come from fucking nothing. Come from nothing.
The King David Super Show is brought to you in part by Diet Dr. Pepper when you just need more. Reverse Casino, thank you for your money. Thank you for your money. And you don't drive fry, you ain't
shit. Let me tell you a story. In all seriousness, it was funny. My lender called me today. Shout out to King James Lending. Shout out to James Toller, Maggie Toller. My lender called me today, and it's like, I you know, it's interesting. I honestly believe that he's kind of fascinated by me, you know, because it's like, you know, you always have that one that kind of slips through the cracks. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but all I can do is tell my story. That's all I can do. And believe it or not, you know, I would not be where I am today without gambling. I would not be where I am today without hustling casinos. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, without, you know, actually winning money in casinos, I would not be where I am today. I would have never bought my first house. You remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Would you buy the house for like $13,000?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, straight out casino money?
Yeah. The thing is like, I remember on my 37th birthday, I'm in Singapore. I'll never
Mm-hmm.
forget this. I'm in Singapore. I'm at the Marina Bay Sands on the roof, on the 57th floor, on the roof, $500 a night. You know what I'm saying? And I've never in my life paid anything like that. But I'm like, you know what? I deserve this. I'm going to spend one night in Singapore. I'm going to go to the Marina Bay Sands. And I'm going to spend the night there. And I charged it to my company. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't mine yet. Was it mine? Was it mine? I think I barely acquired the company at the time. And I remember, I'm like, I'll never forget this. I'm on the roof. It's my 37th birthday, and I'm like,
Is that the one with the pool on the roof?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember I had an epiphany. And the thing was, I knew that this is always what I wanted to do. This was my dream. You know, what I'm doing right now, I always wanted to build houses. I was just scared. You know what I'm saying? I always talked about it, but I never just followed through. I never just did it. You know what I'm saying? And I was always around people that were like me. And at the time I had quite a bit of money saved, you know, and this is before I started like really hustling, before I started getting like real serious about, you know, gambling and this, that, and the other. I remember I said, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to take chances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, don't be afraid to invest in yourself and don't be afraid to take chances. But the main thing that I said is I said, there's a God. The first thing that I said.
Amen, brother.
There is a God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know why, but there is an almighty being. I'll never forget that. You know, and my entire world is evolved in energy. So I always try to do the right thing. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I do this for a reason. And the reason why is because my whole world is, like, in my opinion, in my belief, is based off of the energy that I put into it. So I always try to do the right thing. So that same day, remember that day I told you that I did, I helped that homeless guy who was yelling at me, called me a bunch of the bitches and hoes and this, that, and the other. That same night I won 30 grand. That same $8 that I gave to that guy. And I said, even though I knew he was full of shit. Something told me, just take care of this guy. God takes care of babies and fools. You know what I'm saying? And even though I knew he was talking in circles, I'm like, you know what? I don't even give a shit. I'm just going to give this to the universe. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. I just feel like this guy just needs a meal and I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? And God understood that I needed a break and he gave me a break, you know? And so that is pretty much the way that I live. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to take care of my family. I try to just do the right things. I don't do dumb shit whenever the money comes. I always try to invest in something like this, something that's positive. Because when I invest in a piece of real estate, I put people to work.
Yeah.
I feed families. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, when James called me and he's like, David, how much money have you won? You know, and I kind of told him a figure. And then he's like, how much have you lost? And with all due respect, James, I think I was slightly off. I think I kind of maybe exaggerated on how much I lost. I think I'm probably even on how much I've won and how much I've lost. So that figure that I told you that I won, I think that's pretty much about the same that I lost. But the money that I've won, the equity in the things that I've won have exponentially, you know, surpassed my losses. So the question is, did I really lose? No. So the money that I reinvested in what I've won is probably worth threefold, if not fourfold, than what I've lost. But when I told James, this is kind of the most, you know, the most important thing that I told him. You know, I'm like, you know what I've learned from gambling? I learned to believe in myself. You know, what I've learned from gambling is when you have your mindset on something, you believe in yourself, you believe in what you're going to do, you believe in what you're going to execute, and you get it done. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to go there and I got to hit this number, if I'm going to go there and try to outsmart these people, if I'm going to go there and try to do some pivots, what you learn is you learn to believe in yourself. So when you believe in yourself when you're gambling, you're definitely going to believe in yourself when you purchase a pice of real property, and you're going to put your personality into it, and you're going to build it to the best of your ability. He asked me a very loaded question. He was like, because he financed that pink house that I did. And he was like, so how do you feel about that house? I'm like, well, James, I'm like, you know what? I felt that I did the best that I could with the resources that I was provided. You know, I put as much personality of myself into that property as I could with where it was located and the monies that I was allocated. I did the best that I could. And the beauty of it was I bought a property with no money down, right? I paid nothing. Okay. I made money on the back end of that deal. I actually paid my salary and I made like an additional, 30 plus grand, you know what I'm saying? In like 4 months.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So, I basically got a property for free. I paid my salary and I made 30 grand in 4 months. How do you go wrong? And I get to keep the motherfucker for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the concept is, that's kind of what I explained to him. It's like, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, I love what I do. I don't care what things cost. I just do things the way that I see fit, and all I can do is just be the best me. And I believe in what I do, so I continue to do what I do and I continue to feed families every way that I see fit. Cause the more projects I have funded, the more people I help, the framers, I feed framers, I feed plumbers, I feed painters, I feed roofers,
electricians,
independent hardware stores, big box hardware stores, across the board. But more importantly, I try to inspire people to be great. I try to, because some people just kind of feel like, man, dude, you just do the impossible. When do you sleep? You know what I'm saying? When do you sleep? How is this fucking humanly possible? Where is all this money coming from? Do you kind of see what I'm saying? And it's weird, dude. The answer to answer your question is I don't know. I don't know. It just fucking happens. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So if you were to ask me 6 years ago if this is what I would be doing, I would have laughed at you. I'm like, there's no way that, number one, I would be of this weight because I was almost 300 pounds 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I'm wearing my sweater that I wore when I was with the money team. This is how big I was, people. I'm wearing this for a reason. I'm wearing this because I support the brand, but I'm wearing this to show you how big I was as a person. This was my normal size. These were my fat clothes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is how big I was. You know what I'm saying? 6 years ago, I was 300.
What size is that, man? Double X, triple X?
Triple X. I was 300 pounds 6 years ago. I was 300 pounds. Right now, I weigh like 154. Welterweight.
Half the
weight.
weight.
I'm a welterweight. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, it's interesting, like the curveballs that life throws you.
Yeah.
So there's certain, it's like you're put in a position, you're being tested, and if you fail, it kind of kicks you back a little bit, and hopefully when you get tested again, you're resilient, and then you move on to the next chapter in your life, because it's like, in the beginning, when things were really, really good, I didn't know how to handle it. Nobody's given a rule book on how to be a boss.
Exactly, man.
Nobody's given a rule book on how to be the boss.
Yeah, not where we come from.
No. And I'm going to be honest with you, I made a lot of financial mistakes. I did a bunch of dumb shit. It's like, like when the rapper gets his first check.
Yeah. Or the athlete.
Yeah. What's the first thing to do? Chains, cars, bullshit. Yeah, so I bought chains and cars and bullshit and this, that, and the other, but I had nothing to show for anything. And then when I got that tax bill, oh, did I make you want to fucking vomit? When you got that fucking tax bill, instead of being smart and intelligent and investing in capital assets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of me over here blowing money on dumb shit, I just go buy assets. Smart, because you could borrow against asset and you don't pay taxes on what you borrow. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay taxes on a loan. You see what I'm saying? So as long as you keep kicking the can, you have a very good life. So like right now, I like as of right now, I have like, I have 2 houses, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. I have the giraffe. Okay. I have 1 I'm finishing up. I have 5 that I'm finishing right now. And I have 5 more that are dormant. So I have 10 projects right now, so this will pretty much last me for the remainder of the year. If I get all these done, like in all seriousness, like we're talking damn near 7 figures.
Yeah.
Damn near 7 fucking figures. You know what I'm saying? To build my own fucking properties. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus the boy got a whole block.
Yes, yeah. I own a few city blocks. You know, it's weird. So the crazy thing is like, you know, these are the pivot steps that I had no idea that, you know, that were, you know, that God already foresaw for me.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew that I wasn't ready, you know, back in the day, you know.
Yeah.
So back in the day, like when my brother made me that promise, is like, yeah, you know, when you do your first 4 deals, you know, I got you. I would have never, if I'd have took his money, I would have never did it right. I would have never did it right because I would have been enabled to make mistakes, and I probably would have spent his money on something stupid.
Yeah.
You know, gambled his money. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of experience trauma, and you got to go through the mud, and you have to kind of understand, you know, okay, I'm not gonna make the same mistake again.
Yeah.
And believe me, I admit I did some dumb shit, and I'm probably gonna do some more.
You shouldn't hold
Hold
that
that
against
against me though. Yeah.
Shout out to Goody Miles,
Yeah.
CeeLo Green.
Who's that peeping in my window? Pal. Nobody now. But so I'm telling James this, and it just seems like he's enamored, you know, with my response. And I think that, you know, he gets it. You know, I think like, you know, it's interesting. Most powerful CEOs want to hire people that have gone through trauma where you've lost, and you've lost really bad. And you know what their question is? How did you recover? How did you get it back?
Yeah.
Because what that shows is that shows resilience.
Resilience, yeah.
It shows resilience,
Perseverance.
and that means that there's no quit. There's no pussy. There's no pussy. There ain't no pussies at this table, as I say at the LeBert. Ain't no pussies at this table. Ain't no quitter here. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're faced with adversity, are you going to quit, or are you going to freight train that bitch over?
Or you gonna pivot?
Yeah, or you pivot. You have to kind of, sometimes you got to think outside the box, and you have to learn how to beat things at their own game. You know, and you sometimes you just have to you have to kind of think with your third eye, and you have to kind of learn how to learn how to maneuver. You know, and but that's what I did. So that's kind of what I told him, but I never lied to him. It's like, he asked me, how much did you lose? And I told him, but I think actually I was slightly wrong. I think I told him it was a little more than what I really lost. The more I think about it, I think it was even. What I won is what I lost, you know, but I didn't lie to him. You know, I don't want him to think like, you know, that I'm over here sugarcoating things. I'd rather just tell him the truth. This is who I am, bro. This is who I am, you know. But all I can do is just be the best me and continue to grow. But right now, I mean, he's getting ready to fund 4 deals for me. So what does that tell you? Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, so he rates me on my merit and who I am as a person and what I've produced and what I've done, you know, and the fact that I did a deal with him, I completed the deal and I refinanced the deal and he got paid.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to do anything more until I actually did everything from start to finish to show him that I know what I'm doing. I got it done.
Yeah.
You know, so he gave me 4 more.
Yeah. Now, a lot of times, the L in the loss is for lesson. It's for learning. There isn't anything that doesn't happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. There are spiritual systems in the world where they say, you know, it might be painful, the things that we go through, but they all happen for a reason. You're either going to get stronger or you're going to learn something about it. It's going to help you or you're going to be able to help somebody else later on down the road. Now, in some of these spiritual systems around the world, they say that before we came to this earth, we were with God. And we saw the life that we was going to live when we came down here. We saw who our parents were. We saw what problems we were going to face. And we had to come down here so we can grow or overcome these so we can fulfill our purpose and return back to God. So if you really look at your life, no matter how painful some of these situations have been, nothing don't happen for no reason at all. It's to make you stronger, to teach you a lesson, and you might be the light to help somebody else. Yeah. Give you knowledge and experience to overcome these things and make you a stronger person, or you to help somebody else be a stronger person.
So, I mean, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now.
Let's get it.
You know, when you kind of go through traumatic experiences like this, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I had to be disarmed. You know, it was bad, guys. You know what I'm saying? When you lose the kind of money that I've lost, you know, people kind of think like, you know, you have a problem. You know, you start to think like you have a problem. You still have a problem, this, that, and the other. I had to have a friend of mine come down to my shop and disarm me. It was that bad, people. You know? And he sat there with me and he was like, there's nothing wrong with you, bro. You don't have a problem. We started talking about it. He's like, bro, there's a difference. There's a difference between somebody who has an addiction and somebody who's being cheated. There's a difference. If you're trying to solve a problem, if you're trying to solve an algorithm, if you're trying to solve an equation, but the goalposts keep moving, how is that a fair fight? Do you see? So he kind of like, and he was the guy that kind of motivated me to win. He was the guy who motivated me. He's like, dude, there's nothing wrong with you, man. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're just solving an algorithm. And the goalposts keep moving. You're being cheated. So in order for you to understand, you know, what's going on with you, you need to kind of understand, you need to kind of pay more attention to what's going on. You need to kind of see the fuckery the way that it comes. You know what I'm saying? And I discovered certain kinds of things. I discovered certain patterns. You know what I'm saying? And I started pivoting and I started making adjustments. I started doing all the, you know, I started, you know, being more aware of my surroundings. And let me tell you something, when you're very aware of your surroundings, it changes you as a person. Mm-hmm. So the same rules the same pivot steps and the observations and the algorithms that you see on a game table is the same concept that you apply towards life.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Except, believe it or not, the algorithm and the pivot steps in life are easier. They're easier to stomach. They're easier to identify. You know what I'm saying? On the game table, it's harder to identify, but once you see it, once it shows its ugly head, it's kind of like Groundhog Day. You're like, boom, boom, boom. You know, it's like you got it, you know? And you learn how to make adjustments and you learn how to pivot and you start to kind of see, okay. You know, I realized that what I've learned I've created an opportunity where I never have to work for anybody. Mm-hmm. Right? I can continue to purchase property every month or every 2 months or as I see fit. Mm-hmm. And I can continue to pay myself and I can continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? And continue to build myself and more importantly, I can continue to get better at my craft. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you do, the better, the more, proof is in the pudding. Practice makes perfect. So the better you get at it, the more you become like MVP of the league. So you think LeBron James is going to fucking quit when he's the MVP of the league? Is he going to retire as the MVP of the league? Fuck no. He's going to re-sign. I want a better contract. You see what I'm saying? And it becomes more fluid. It's more easy. You know what I'm saying? And you already know what kind of pitfalls to expect. And then you start hiring people to kind of do the shit for you. It's like, look, okay, I need to focus on deals. Well, you need to hire a project manager. And, and I have him kind of be my eyes and ears while I'm over here focusing on deals because the money that I pay him allows me to grow, at a better pace because I can't do everything.
Yeah, you can't do everything.
I can't do everything. And there's a value. Yeah. You have to see, so what ends up happening is in life, and this is kind of what I've learned, when you come from nothing and you acquire something and then you lose everything and then you acquire it again, you lose everything again and you acquire everything again, you start to realize that money doesn't really mean anything. It's just a utility. It's just a utility for you it's for freedom. That's all it buys. Money only buys one thing. It's fucking freedom, period. You know what I'm saying? And all it does is it makes people move. That's all money does. It makes people move. Period. So if I need people to move, you fucking pay them. So in my world, it's like I'd rather just, I need to kind of find some kind of peace. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're kind of moving at the pace that I'm moving, you have no peace. And more importantly, you have no sleep and you have no rest. And you have no rest. And honestly, your quality of life goes to shit. And then you start to ask yourself, kind of like what you're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm kind of in a dilemma with these people, but am I happy? Am I free? I can do this again. yeah, I mean, I could just go buy me another van. I can go do what I need to do. Like, nobody's stopping you from just kind of just making an adjustment and just doing what you did better. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, like, for me, it's like, I'm kind of at a point in my life now where it's like, less is really more.
Hell yeah.
You know, simplicity is fucking bliss.
Yeah.
It's not ignorance is bliss, but simplicity is bliss.
Man.
Simplicity is bliss. Sometimes I wish I had nothing. I just wish I just had one spot and everything that I know, and that's it. Because it's like, if I could survive off of like what I'm doing now, and still be able, I mean, here's the crazy thing. I'm surviving and I'm funding all these fucking things based off of the way that I make money. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if I had nothing, no obligations.
Yeah.
And I can and continue to make the money the way that I make it now. Oh, bro. Dude, you know how many properties...
Probably grow your hair back.
Yeah, I look like Slash from Guns N' Roses. You know? Dude, I'd be like fucking like Cabo Wabo. You know? I'd be like fucking David Lee Roth. You know? But you know, everything happens for a reason. You know? And God doesn't make mistakes. And God would never put something in front of you that you couldn't handle.
Can't handle. Yeah.
But it's crazy, you know, because you know, from the way the outside looks at it, the way the outside looks in is like, you're doing the unthinkable, you're parting the Red Sea. And just to a lot of people, that's kind of how it appears. And even sometimes I have to pinch myself and I'm like, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. Yeah. I can't believe my operation costs are this much every month. It's crazy. It'd make you want to vomit, you know, but it's getting done. Yeah. It's getting done. You know, but more importantly, I'm just kind of concerned about, you know, I see the light. I see the most important thing is whatever it is, if you do something, you start something, finish it. It doesn't matter how long you take to do it, just fucking do it. Yeah. Don't quit. And you will fail. There are going to be some bumps in the road. There's going to be failure, period. Some detours. Yeah, there's going to be failures. You know, it's not going to be bumps in the road. It's going to be just outright fucking failure. You are going to fail. It's going to happen. The main thing is you have to ask yourself, am I going to take it personal and quit, or am I going to try again? So I remember I was disarmed. They took the gun out of my hand, and they're looking at you and it's like, bro, you're fucking too smart for this. He's like, do I need to remind you who you are? Are you not the same, you know, King David that was a production director at 16 years old? Is this not the same King David that put out his first album when he was 18 years old? Is this not the same, you know, King David that, you know, started a production studio when he was 21 years old? Is this, sometimes you kind of have to have somebody that needs to run the highlight reel for you, because sometimes
you got to check your your accomplishments.
Yeah, when we're in our mania, we can't see past our mania. You know, sometimes you have to have, you know, people in your circle of influence that can disarm you from yourself, regardless if it's a weapon or if it's just your own pity. You know what I'm saying? You have to be reminded of who you really are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, bro, I love you, man, but you're fucking wrong right now. You know, and whatever it is you're thinking right now is fucking stupid. You think you're thinking real selfish right now, because you're not thinking about the big picture. You're not thinking about the people you're going to hurt if you leave this world. You're not thinking about the people that you're not thinking about the people that rely on you, that look up to you, the people that want to be you. You know what I'm saying? That you know, you inspire people, whether you realize it or not. You inspire people. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think about that. You know, I had a few people call me, and they're like, and I remember when you told me, it's like, man, I don't want to ever hear that shit again. Don't ever tell me that shit again.
Man, because as long as you stay alive, bro, you can always come back up.
Yeah. As
long as you live another day, like Pop said on Friday, you live to fight another day.
Yeah. And so the main thing was, you know, it's like the you know, I had to own this. It's like, you know, you have to kind of eat humble pie. You got to eat that humble pie, you know, and the main thing is, a lot of people are embarrassed. It's their shame, their embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they fail, you know, because they're always worried about what other people are going to fucking think. They're like, well, you know, because as many people that may look up to you, there's more of them that look down on you. They want to see you fail. They want to see you fail. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I work so fucking hard in all seriousness is because I ain't gonna fail. I can't afford to fail. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly, I just kind of feel like there is a higher being that is there with me. There's two sets of footprints. There's 2 sets of footprints with me, you know, if not 4 sets of footprints with me. You just can't see them. They're there, you know. And the thing is, I believe this. I feel it, you know. So every day, whenever I kind of take that walk, you know, I always talk to them before I walk into the door. I'm like, look, you know why I'm here. That's the first thing I say. I'm like, you know why I'm here. You know why I'm here. You know, I'm like, you know why I'm here. You know why I'm doing this. You know, and one day I had a conversation with God, and I was kind of annoyed with him, and I'm like, God, you know, I'm like, if you have a problem with what I'm doing, you need to show me a better path, and you need to show me now. Real talk. I'm like, if you have something that's better for me, if what I'm doing you don't agree with, then you need to show me a better path, and you need to show me right fucking now. And that's the way I talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Me and God, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We're good. You know, and you know, so people, you know, I was gonna keep this to myself, but nobody's a fucking stone. Everybody's been on the edge. The main thing is, the most important thing is you're not alone. And as long as you have that, you know, that person, you know, that circle of influence that can pull you off the ledge and talk some sense into you and kind of remind you of who you really are, then you're in a very good place. You're in a damn good place. You're the richest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? If personal belongings and accolades are where you put your value in, then you are the poorest person on earth. You know what I'm saying? If you put all your value in things or vested things and tangible things and what you have and this, that, and the other, if that's what you have your value in, then you are the poorest person on earth, period. And I that's why I'm saying sometimes I wish I had nothing. You know, I wouldn't take my experience back for the world, but sometimes I wish I didn't have anything. Just because I'm just tired. I'm burned out.
Yeah.
You know? And but clearly, you know, God has a bigger picture for me. He wants something far greater. He's teaching me something. There's something that's far greater that's getting ready to come.
That's why I really don't worry about stuff, bro, because I know life is peaks and valleys. You know, you're going to be down, but as long as you weather the storm, you're going to come back up. Exactly. I know I've been through some shit. I've had to restart a couple times, but I know that God got me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really worry because I know God got me. And I tell you a story one time, man. You talk about less is more. As you get older, you start realizing there's a lot of shit that's not important. I met a homeless guy one time, and he was talking to somebody, and he said, somebody asked him, like, don't you want to get off the street? And the guy said, I'm good. He said, I ain't got all the responsibilities and worries that you guys have. He said, I ain't got to worry about light bill, water bill, rent, none of that stuff. He said, I'm good. He said, so who crazy? You or me? Then he walked off, and I was like, damn, he really ain't got nothing to worry about.
Exactly. As long as he has resources to kind of take care of his day-to-days.
Yeah.
Who's really winning?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's not worried about taxes, car notes, none of that stuff.
Inflation.
Yeah.
None of that.
It's like, damn.
Nope. You know,
the rest of us are stressing out over stuff.
As long as you have the main thing is like at the end of the day, as long as you have the resources to live the life that you want, the way that you see fit, then you're a winner.
Yeah.
Or as long as you could generate the resources to basically take care of your day to day, and you could look yourself in the mirror daily, then you're a winner. Period. That's what it's all about. You know, I mean, I honestly believe that we are being warped into believing that we have to be something more than what we're supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
You know. And so we're like literally, you know, on the rat wheel. I don't know, whatever that thing, the hamster wheel, you know,
rat race.
Yeah. We're on this wheel over here competing against
keeping up with the Joneses,
propaganda, you know, while we're losing
the Matrix.
Yeah. While we're basically losing our liberties, you know, behind closed doors, we're losing our liberties while we're being, maneuvered, via propaganda and fear and all this bullshit and this, that, and the other. And we're not enjoying our lives. We're just mindless. We're just workers. You work and you die. You work and you die. What do you have to show for it? You die with nothing. You know what I'm saying? They want it all. They want to take everything from you. So it's like, I'm kind of at a place where I've had enough world experience where I just like, look, I want to be able just to enjoy my life. I want to see certain things. I want to experience certain things. I want to eat certain things. I want to travel. I just want to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to be able to, share this with the people I care about. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? But we're being robbed of that.
Yeah.
We're being robbed of this, and we're being divided. They're creating social divides and economic divides and all kinds. It's just racial divides. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. And so we're being robbed of this ideal, of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
We're being robbed of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you finally have to kind of just like identify that, that it's not working. You know what I'm saying? And you have to kind of take your life back. And you have to just ask yourself, when is it enough? How far do they have to push you before you snap? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people just allow it to happen. And the sad part is most people, when they snap, when they die right before retirement.
Or right after.
Yeah. Like the day after retirement, dead.
Yeah.
My dad, his 65th birthday was 3 days ago. It was May 1st. He would have retired. He would have retired on that day. He died, what was it, about 5 years ago? About 5 years ago, I think he died.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all he wanted. He didn't want shit. All he wanted to do is hang out at home, build his models, paint his models, play video games with his buddy George. He was easy. You know what I'm saying? He never really asked for much. He had a very simple life. He played pool on Thursdays, hung out with my mom. He was a very easygoing guy, but like, believe it or not, he was the richest man of them all because he knew what he wanted. He knew exactly what he wanted, and he gave the world, what the world required. You know what I'm saying? And didn't give him an inkling more. You know what I'm saying? He was not a good businessman. He was a great worker. You know what I'm saying? But in my honest opinion, he set a really great example on what you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to strive to become. He just, things were simple for him. He was a great husband. He had his hobbies. He had his league. He had his time to himself and had his time with my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, people.
Yeah, he's a really great guy.
Yeah. All this extra shit. No. All this superficial shit. No.
Mm-hmm.
So, people, just, you really kind of take a hard look at yourself and ask yourself, are you really living up to your plan? The moral of the story is, are you living up to where you want to be in life? Are you living up to that? Or are you living up to somebody else's plan? Are you living up to your plan or somebody else's plan? And I can honestly tell you, this was my dream. I just didn't expect it to fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a long time ago, like 20 years ago, somebody asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I want to be a builder. I want to build houses. That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I never expected it to really happen. My first 2 projects I destroyed. It's not like I did it right the first time. I fucked it up. It's all trial by fire.
Yeah.
There's no rule book in this shit. You learn from your lessons. You learn from your losses. But I know we're totally fucking off topic. But
bro, we always on topic. This is life. We good. We helping somebody out there.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a sore subject for me. But I just kind of feel like I just want to go ahead. I feel comfortable enough to talk about it. Nobody's a stump. And everybody's cage gets rattled, and sometimes it gets rattled to the point where you no longer want to be here. Where you felt like the mistakes that you've made are so adverse that you no longer want to exist. I've been there more than once. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Been there more than once. And I can tell you from experience, when you are in that mania, I don't care what kind of accolades that you have, you don't see it.
Yeah, you don't see it.
You don't see
it's
it.
Blind to you.
So when people say, like Kurt Cobain, He was a millionaire, millionaire, rock fucking star. Took his own life because whatever mania that he was going through, he couldn't get past it, and he didn't have a circle that was there to help him. He had yes men.
And he was even married. So
yeah,
that tell you something too.
Exactly. He had yes men, you know, and he took his own life. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other people that, you know, that go unnamed, you know, that didn't have that circle of influence that were were around them to disarm them, you know, from themselves, or to kind of let the smoke clear. It's like, look, bro, you're going to be all right. Whatever it is. I don't care how bad it is. I don't judge you. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge you. The worst thing you could have around you is somebody who's over here casting judgment on you whenever you make mistakes. You know, that's the worst shit you could ever have. Somebody who always has something to fucking say. You know, I can't be around people like that. It's like, look, just keep your fucking comments to yourself, or I can't be around you. You know what I'm saying?
I was at a point one time, man, where I had the gun in my hand, and man, my marriage was messed up. Things were happening in my life. Relationship with my kids wasn't good. You know, I had conflict with their mother, and at that time, I just felt like it would be better if I wasn't here, so I wouldn't have to deal with anything. And then I thought about my children. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about, like letting the people down, people that look up to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I thought about my children, I say, man, their life would be worse if I'm not around. Who are they going to look up to? Because I feel like the other role models were not good enough. And I say, man, I'm the positive light in their life. I got to stick around. And then it just came to me. I just came to, put the gun away. And before I knew it, man, blessings started coming to me. My situation changed. My access and my relationship with my children got better. You know?
Yeah.
I got freed of a situation. And I'm still here, bro. And so I look at that situation, and now I know, as long as you stick around, man, it can get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The main thing is like, you know, even if you're going through it, while you're going through it, the main thing is you have to be able to identify it. Even if you go through the mania, if you're going through the mania, the most important thing is you got to tell somebody. You got to talk about it. You got to tell somebody, it's like, look, man, I'm doing bad right now. You got to get here right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you have to talk to somebody. And so here's the crazy part. This is the fucked up part. Anytime you ever see those mass shootings, right? You always see the message to the best friend where they actually tell them, I'm going to go kill a bunch of motherfuckers, this, that, and the other. And of course, nothing's done. Like, you knew the dude was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't report it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or if you see this guy's basically telling you, I'm on the ledge, you just let him go. Yeah. They did nothing about it. You know, and it's always right before something horrendous happens, you know? Yeah. So it's not like they're not reaching out. It's not like there's not a cry for help. That is a cry for help. When they're saying, I'm going to do something that's out of my character, that's a cry for help, people.
Yeah. Or they start becoming distant.
Yeah, it takes one to know one.
They start talking. They start talking about giving things away.
Or they start, or if they're just irrational, the shit that they're saying is just totally fucking out of character. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know. That is a cry for help, people. Yeah.
We used to have training on suicide. People that is thinking about it, so you could point things out of somebody that might be suicidal.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. You know. So, you know, these are telltale signs, you know, and I'm telling you from experience. You know, the main thing is you have to, again, you always need to be aware of your surroundings, okay? And you need to be aware when somebody's basically, when it's a cry for help. And it's not necessarily a cry for help. It could be just a message like this where it's something where he's basically kind of, or she's telling you something that's totally out of character. When you see shit like that, you need to respond quickly and respond in person. Okay? Not by phone. Mm-hmm. Get your ass down there. I don't care how inconvenient it is. You got to be there. You got to talk them off the ledge. Mm-hmm. You know, that you know, and believe it or not, that's really all it takes. Just sit there and just listen. Just be there, be non-judgmental, and just fucking listen. you know, because everybody, you know, in my honest opinion, has kind of probably felt this way. They may not admit it, but they've all kind of felt like, how did I get myself in this situation?
Yeah.
How the fuck did I do this again to myself? You know what I'm saying? You know, and and what ends up happening is usually when people kind of go to that level is it happened again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how did this happen to me again? You know, and it just happens, you know, and it's how you weather that storm, you know, so you can have that wisdom. So if you kind of see the telltale signs that shit's coming around again, it's like, all right, man, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, I'm like, all right, man, I don't want no smoke. You know, we're good. You know, but I would just say this, you know, I've been through some very, you know, traumatic experiences. I survived them. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm glad I'm here to tell the story. If this helps one person, then I've done my job. You know, this is why I do the show. You know, somebody asked me, it's like, why do you do the show? I mean, you know, somebody kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm gonna discuss that in a second. Somebody really pissed me off the other day, and I made a comment on Facebook. And I said that people that take photographs of themselves in public bathrooms are seeking attention. So this girl writes me back, and she's like, people that have podcasts are seeking attention. And I'm like, on the contrary, it's actually the opposite. People that have podcasts are exposing the bullshit that they see and the way that they see it. That was my response. And I'm like, you know what? Your undertones, you know, I don't appreciate. So basically what you're saying. So I responded to her as like, you know, I did that response and I'm like, well, in all seriousness, if you don't like the show, don't watch. If you don't, or better yet, unfollow or unfriend me. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't need your negative energy. Your undertones, your undertones speak volumes to me. So that basically means you don't fuck with me. Well, that's fine. So I just blocked her. You know? So it's like I just don't need people like that in my life. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is very true. If you're taking pictures of yourself in a public bathroom, you're looking for attention. You know, period. You know, it is what it is. You see me taking pictures of my dick in a fucking public bathroom? No. You know? No. Oh, check out my
I hate
bulge.
public restrooms,
check
bro.
out my bulge. Yeah, it's looking great. Let me put it on Facebook.
I hate public restrooms, bro. I don't understand how these chicks think they can look sexy in a restroom.
No, dude. You look
That's
thirsty.
nasty.
You look thirsty as fuck.
That is
that
nasty.
bathroom is disgusting.
Exactly.
You know? And you're sitting on the fucking counter. You know?
Yeah,
and that is my observation.
Oh,
it's
you
like,
got your phone on that nasty ass counter.
And you don't know who else's ass or naked ass has been on that countertop. So
one chick took a picture and there was somebody sitting on the toilet. You could see their feet up under the stall. It's like come on.
You could have blurred that out. You know, you could have blurred that shit out. So yeah, that kind of rubbed me the fucking wrong way. You know, I was like, you know, it's just like,
Stink.
That stock shit stink. You know what I'm saying? So,
and another thing too, people with podcasts see the way the world is moving and the direction the world is moving. Because TV show ratings are going down.
Exactly.
Podcasting is the future.
Exactly. I mean, basically, podcast is television today. It is modern television. It is. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we have kind of like a soap opera. You know, the more importantly, it's kind of like, you know, you're getting to know the host, you're getting to know the co-host, and you're getting to see us as we evolve, and you're evolving with us.
Exactly.
You're growing with us. You're evolving with us. You know, so it's a never-ending story. The never-ending
Now, you said, man, when you was younger, you said you wanted to be a builder, right?
Yep.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be on TV. Look where we are right now.
On TV.
On TV.
Right there. Right there on a 65-inch. Right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, but the thing is like, it was interesting. My brother was telling me, he's actually a fan of the show. And
what's up, Danny?
What's up, dude? So yeah, we started working out, and I started showing him like the things that I've been doing, and he's like, you know, he's like, just keep doing what you're doing. He's like, you know, he's like, the reason why you're good is because you do this as a hobby. You do this because you enjoy doing it. You don't do it because you have to do it.
Man, say that again, bro.
He's like, you do this because as a hobby because you enjoy it. You're not getting, you know, it's like you don't need the money for this.
Yeah. A lot of time when you're forced to do something, man, it takes the joy and the fun out of it.
Oh, absolutely. You know,
Man.
So it's like people always say, oh, you should do that for a living. You should do what you love for a living. Nah, I kind of don't want to do it. It's just, there's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? No, if I'm getting that 39 million, which I'm putting out in the universe, when we get that big contract, 39 million. 39. Hold on. Stand by.
Speaking into existence.
It's $39 million, folks. If you want the cant and tswin, $39 million.
Yeah, you got to come with that Brinks
with
truck.
That bread.
Hit the like button.
You got to come with that bread.
We ain't talking about the bag. We talking about the Brinks truck.
You got to come with that. You got to come with that. You got to come with that bread. Oh, this is our money. This is our money song.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
When that money comes, when that 39 million comes, I'm like, where we going? $39 million, baby. I'm like, I'm baller blocking. The pimp. 39 million, baby. I don't remember when I made this. I don't remember.
39 million.
What?
Hey, 39.
39 million.
39 million.
39 million.
How you feeling?
39
million.
39 million.
39 big ones. Talking about the three comers.
Yeah. 39 million. Billy.
Whole bunch of commas and a whole bunch of zeros.
Whole bunch of hoes. Slamming Cadillac door.
Exactly.
Back door. Front door. Indo. Out door.
Side door. Hit the like button, fool.
Fucking right.
Exactly, man. If you like what you're hearing, man, you're rocking with the King's Thought of the Day, the real King David and tswin. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, man, so you can stay in tune with everything we got going on and what we doing.
You can hear us on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SiriusXM, Spotify Podcasts. Available on Amazon, Pandora, Audible, Amazon Alexa. Ask Alexa, play the King's Thought of the Day. Ask Alexa this time, speak slowly,
and clearly.
tswin music, transportation music, and make sure, and if she gets it wrong, say that's not what I said.
Exactly.
tswin music. iHeartRadio, Castbox, Radio Public. Shout out to Africa. We are in 4 countries in Africa, 24 total countries right now, 34,000 views.
Alafia.
34,000 views on YouTube. Like a little over 800 hours on Spotify.
That's what's up.
Yeah. What more can I add?
And it's only going to go up.
It's only going to go up. You got any shout outs you want to do?
Man, once again, man, I'd like to give a shout out to King Chambers, man. 4-year-old author, man. Got his book, King the Dream. Get his book, man, at kingcanread.com. You know, and also, man, check out Transportation Music, the album by your guy tswin.
Check it out.
And be on the lookout for my book and also the real King David book coming soon.
Yeah. Tell us about the book.
The name of my book is Government Property. It'll be coming soon, so look out for it. And what's the title of your book, bro?
It is titled, hold on, I changed the title. So originally it was called God, Why Are You Punishing Me? God, Why Are You Punishing Me? And this is pretty much in greater detail about the dark side of what I just told you about.
Yeah.
It was basically in just greater detail of what happened to me when I was kind of going through my trauma or traumas. Yeah. And then I changed the name of, well, volume 1 is that, but the volume 2 is The Last American Hustler.
Yeah.
Autobiography of the King. Because basically it was kind of like, you know, I went through some shit and it's like I saw the light and I'm like, God damn, dude, I could pivot, and I feel like I'm the last American hustler because I'm just doing the unthinkable. I'm parting the Red Sea like Moses.
Hey.
That's the way I feel, you know? And there's no greater feeling than just kind of being my own boss and just doing what I do, doing God's work, because that's what it is. It's biblical. I'm doing shit on biblical levels. I'm doing shit on biblical levels. That's why I'm the king.
It's the king.
Self-proclaimed king. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you like the show,
hit the like button, fool. Make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah.
Hit the like button.
Let me see, shout out.
Hit the like button.
I want to send a shout out to my brother, David Wager, Dimitri Papadopoulos, Hanger Kitchen, Hanger Coffee Roasters. Let's see, Diet Dr. Pepper, LaBerge Casino. You don't drive Ferrari, you ain't shit. Shout out to Elon Musk, Tesla.
Hey.
Man, I want a Tesla. I really do.
Hell yeah.
I want a Tesla. I want the self-driving mode. I can go to sleep. I want to just press the button and
I don't want to pay for gas no more.
That too. I want a Tesla. Elon, come on.
Because right now I'm in the Beamer.
Make it happen.
And that's super unleaded.
Elon, please hook a brother up. You can give it the Model 3, even the little bitch one, the Model 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to Miss Marcella, my
Shout-
pop, Tony. Shout out to Captain T, my brother,
Captain
my
T.
twin brother. Shout out to Zach, my little brother. Shout out to Tima, my sister. Hey. Shout out to She Trucking. Shout out to CTR Media Network out there. They got their podcasting, power podcasting event this weekend in ATL. If you're in town, make sure you check it out.
Check it out.
Get some knowledge on podcasting. And stay in tune to the show, because we're going to grow. And like Bruce Leroy, we got the glow.
Who is the master?
Who's the master?
Show enough.
Kiss my Converse.
Who's the master?
Kiss my Converse.
Show enough. He said, show enough.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
sir.
Tila?
Oh, yeah.
Girls in the club, show enough. Shaking that ass in the club, playing one. Yeah, man. Swab House.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Follow, like, comment, subscribe below. And if you like
Share.
the show, hit the like button, fool.
Like button, fool.
Peace out. Hold on. I want to play your song.
Okay.
Song. We're actually going to exit on. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Let's get it.
I'm going to get hit with a copyright fucking,
Hey, but
It's his song.
YouTube, it's me.
It's his song.
This. Hey. Yeah. We be in these streets, man. Holla at your boy, Real King David, tswin. We be in these streets, man.
You can find me in the streets.
I be in these streets. Coast to coast, know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stumping with my chucks on, trying to get my bucks on. Name on my hoodies, bumping oldies, but they goodies in the stands like a bully. I'm the big dog. If you ain't rocking with me, then forget y'all. The coolest cat up and down your Google Maps.
Shout out to the money team.
Yeah. Shout out to Tank Davis,
Shout out to Javante,
Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather. Lee.
Hey, dog. Know what I'm supplying here? A breath of fresh air and a way to get by in here. This maze we call life, one wall after another. We all going through it. Show some love to your brother. My ambitions as a rider. West side, east side, north side, south side. You can find me in the streets.
You can find me in the street.
Hey, shout out to LDC1, man. Background vocals, getting his Rogers Charming on. What I say? You can find me in the streets. You can find me in the streets. Hey, I'm from that H-Town, homie, I be coming down. I be coming round. I know you seen the picture, give me the crown. Money by the pound, literally. Later, y'all, and they figured he wouldn't do nothing nice. Chicago ice couldn't get rid of me. The prizes got me smiling at the Wells Fargo. I just got me a load. I'm coming with the cargo to a hood near you. Say, Tony, we hear you. I can't look back. The van didn't come with a rear view.
Making something for the drivers to ride to and vibe to and add a little fuel
To that fire inside you. Slide through and glide through the city. In my F-250.
F-250.
Focus on my plan of success with the world on my shoulders and my brand on my chest. Hey, east side, west side. You can find me in the
Find
streets.
him in the streets.
You can find me in the streets.
You can find him in the streets. Yeah.
Rosecrans, Peachtree,
That was player.
MLK, any
Player.
day.
Player.
What I say?
Player.
You can find us in the streets.
Player.
That's on the Transportation Music, that album. Go get it. That's the song In These Streets. You know what I'm saying? Produced by JP Goodup. grinding in the lab. Man, JP, holla at me, bro. We need to work some more together.
Shout out to Floyd Mayweather.
That's right. Sit quiet, you little bitch.
Fucking right. Fucking right.
Yes, sir.
So I see why I want you to fight me so I can beat your ass.
Shout out to Adrian Broner.
Hey, B.
Hey, Bizzle. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Holla.